Most adult piano learners don't know how to practice, and probably you're not even sure what you should be practicing. Now, these 6 exercises aren't just finger drills, they teach coordination, awareness, and freedom and fluency on the piano. And even if you're not a genius, just learning a few of these will change how you play the piano forever. Now, here are our 6 exercises. The first one is a chromatic keyboard exercise. So we want to name and play all the keys on the piano in chromatic order. Now, chromatic means we just go key by key without leaving out any. So if I would play only the white notes, this is not chromatic, and only playing the black keys is also not chromatic. So you can just look at the top of your keyboard and be sure to play each of the keys as they appear in order. Now, of course, you should know the names of the keys if you want to be a great piano player. So let's go. We start with C, then we have C sharp or D flat, D, E flat, D sharp, E, F, F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp or A flat, A sharp, B flat, B, and again C. So notice how the black keys have 2 names. This is just because depending on the context, whether we're in a key that uses sharps or flats, they get assigned a different name. Now, exercise number 2. This is where it gets really interesting, and away from the boring basics like note names, we want to play intervals. So what is an interval? An interval is just a distance between 2 notes, and this could be any 2 notes. So for example, this one is probably one of the most commonly used. It's called the fifth. This is the octave. And actually, if I play this C twice, it's called unison. So let's again look at all the possible intervals and again name them. So play the C twice. This is called unison. This is a minor second, major second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth. This is the dreaded tritone, the perfect fifth, the minor sixth, major sixth, minor seventh, major seventh. That's where we get to jazz. And of course the octave. Okay, number 3, this is where we start actually to get into some theory. We're going to play a scale. So for example, for C major, we have a very simple rule of the scale, which is we only play the white keys. So from C to C, let's play all the white keys in order like this. Now this is a simple scale, and to really master this exercise number 3 of scales, you would want to play scales with both hands together like this. And here you would really want to focus on the evenness of the notes, so you don't want to sound like this, where some notes are louder because, for example, your thumb is a bit stronger or the hands are apart. Really focus on an even and clean sound throughout, like this. Exercise number 4 is the minor scale. Now, music is not only major, it's not all happy, it's also beautiful minor keys. So you would want to practice them. For example, we can go to A minor, which would be a very easy one because we only have the white notes to worry about again. Or C major, which would C minor, which would sound like this. Again, focus on keeping it clean, even, and the coordination of your hands. So exercise number 5, let's play some music, let's play some harmonies. We'll play chords in one hand and scales in the other hand. So instead of playing the scale in our right hand, we'll play a chord each time, and we'll play the chord corresponding to the scale. So if our scale of C major only uses the white notes, then we'll only play the white notes with our keys. This will create a mix between major, minor, and also a diminished chord. It's going to sound like this. Now this focuses on creating a sort of independence and splitting your focus between playing harmony and playing bass. And it's training sort of your multitasking. And for this, I would recommend playing the chords in all the inversions. So you can go to first inversion. You can go to second inversion. And you can also start to play around with the seventh chords. So this is a normal chord consisting of 3 notes. Then you can add the seventh here. Again, we use the rule of leave 1 and then again play 1. And then through the scale, it will sound like this. All right, this has been a lot of very important exercises so far. And the last exercise, number 6, is what really combines a lot of different skills and makes you sort of certified as a pianist, because this is exactly what you need to play songs. Now, what you want to do is combine chords, scales, intervals, patterns, a pulse, a beat, and put it all together. Now we can use a simple chord progression like the 1, 5, 6, 4. And then in the right hand, we'll add to those chords a melody. So for example, this is where our scales come in. And then for example, we can add a rhythmic pattern in our left hand and make the chords in the right hand even more interesting by also adding a pattern. So everything put together will sound something like this. Now, if you can do all 6 of these, then congrats to you. You can probably play most of the things you want, and you've been playing piano for at least a couple months, if not years. Now, if you struggle to even get one of them to feel confident, then don't worry, that's completely fine if you're a beginner. And even if you're more advanced and these basic exercises are still not something you feel quite comfortable with, then don't worry. You can check out my course called Chord Mastery, where I cover all important basics like this for chord playing to get you to be fluent and play the pieces you love from your favorite artists and musicians through time. Check out the link in the description or in the pinned comment, and I hope I'll see you there. It's really just a great program that covers everything you need to know step by step, and it's helped so many of my students already. Now, I hope these tips were helpful to you, and I'll see you again in the next lesson.